I do not wish to scare you. I only wish to release the truth. I was a young kid back in October of 2002, and I was sleeping in my basement. I wasn't allowed to watch shows like Family Guy back then, and I was curious to watch at least one episode so I could brag to my friends that I had watched it. I noticed that at 2 a.m., an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants was on. I hovered over to the episode to my TV guide and saw that the episode was called File A1b7. So I set it on to come back and went back to watching Family Guy. When it came on, the title card was strange. It was just File A1b7 in front of a fuzzy background. It was an episode I had never seen before, so I started recording it on my DVR. I will now describe the episode and what happened afterwards. Some details may be disturbing to some viewers. It started out with SpongeBob in his house petting Gary, except Gary seemed agitated by SpongeBob and was making a low, surprisingly realistic growl. Then there was a knock at the door, and SpongeBob answered it to see Squidward standing there. That's when things got extremely strange. Squidward told SpongeBob to stop petting a snail, but instead of SpongeBob being his usual cheery self, he answered with a very soft, "No." The frame then started to get fuzzy, but you could clearly make out SpongeBob just staring at Squidward. After about 10 seconds more of this, the screen went black. Then, after about 5 frames came up of Squidward lying dead in SpongeBob's closet. As you could imagine, I was very scared at that point, but I decided to keep watching the episode. The screen fuzzed out and then showed SpongeBob at the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs called him into his office and asked him if he knew why Squidward didn't show up for work. SpongeBob answered him with the same soft voice from before and said, "I don't know, sir." He then turned around and walked out of his room. Now a single loop of SpongeBob walking down the street is played for about 5 minutes. The screen suddenly flashed to 5 frames of Mr. Krabs lying dead on top of Squidward's body in SpongeBob's closet. The screen suddenly flashes back black and white while making an extremely loud static noise. At this point, I started freaking out. It started to get really hard to breathe. I then wound up passing out. When I woke up, the episode was still on. I do not, nor will I ever want to know what happened in that episode while I was out. However, after I woke up, the same loop of SpongeBob was going on, and as it went on for another 5 minutes, it then flashed to another 5 frames of Patrick, Pearl, and Sandy dead, lying on top of Mr. Krabs and Squidward in SpongeBob's closet. The screen fuzzed out again, and we went to a loop of SpongeBob walking down the stairs in his house for about 3 minutes. Then he starts walking into his basement. Behind him were piles of dead fish, blood pouring out of their bodies. Then the screen fuzzed and went to an image of SpongeBob's face. His eyes were slowly melting out of their sockets. Then his lips moved and he spoke in the same soft voice. "I killed everyone. I'm all alone." The screen fuzzed again and then showed the final 10 frames. It was an image of SpongeBob's head in a noose, his eyes gone, hanging on a rope from the basement. Then the episode ended. After this, I turned off the TV and I tried to get to sleep, but was tormented by the images I had seen. I managed to take a single screenshot of the episode by transferring it to my computer. It's of the title screen, if you're wondering. Before I could upload the complete video to the internet, it was deleted from my computer and DVR from unknown sources. I'm desperately trying to get the video back, and if I do, I'll upload it as soon as I am possibly able.